These are the instructions for creating an ad for Midway High School. First, go to Schoology and find the folder called Create an Ad for MHS Photo Challenge. And you're going to see there's many things we're going to use for this project. Let's start with downloads you need. Click that, and then this arrow if it doesn't give you the link to the drive that's shared. Download both things. Three dots next to the stocked photos, download. Then the three dots next to the template and download. It is going to take a minute to zip up all of those pictures that we need for this assignment. Once you have the check mark, the next thing we're going to do is go to the yellow folder at the bottom of your screen, go to downloads, and you're going to see that zipped up folder. We need to right click, extract all, browse, choose downloads on the left, select folder, then extract. It's going to give you a separate yellow folder that we can now get into to view all of those pictures. We also have our template. So next, let's open up Photoshop, which I can't spell today, Photoshop. And in Photoshop, we're going to start by opening the template that we also downloaded. So open from your computer, under Downloads, Template for creating an ad. Open that up. All right, let's start with looking at all the layers we have. You're going to see a lot more as you add pictures to it. Right now we have 4 logos. In the end, you're going to choose one, and we have one layer that represents the text, which we will do at the very end. Next, let's go add some pictures that are provided for you. Go to File, Open. Click on the folder that has been unzipped, the one without the zipper. If you don't see your pictures, on the right-hand side, find that little arrow and choose extra large icons. And then pick at least 2 pictures of anyone, anything. Open them up. We want a nice representation of different groups at Midway, so I just chose a sports picture. So now let's try something maybe academic. These are from the academic Letterman jackets. And then if you remember from the shoe ad, we're going to add those to the file. And to do that, we take them off this tab kind of docking area. We pull it down. We're going to click on this one and pull it down too. And then we see our template in the background. I'm going to drag this one over first. I see it over here on background. I need to grab this layer, click and drag that onto my template. Now I can close this basketball picture. And then the second one, I can click and drag that in over here and then close this one. Next thing we need to do, of course, is we need to make them smaller. This is layer 6. This is layer 7. I'm just going to drag this down way, way smaller and leave it right there for right now. Then click on the second picture you have added and drag it a lot smaller. Just for right now, we're going to just dock them right there. We can move them later. If it won't let you let go, just click the check mark at the top. Now we need to add your own personal pictures. You need to add pictures that you have taken around the school on our picture taking day for this assignment. It can be of the school building, indoors or outdoors. It can be statues, logos, signs, the things that you see all in the main hallway and around the school. It could be students working in common places like the cafeteria, the library, or commons areas, but do not go into a classroom and take pictures of people working. That's not what this class one's for, but you can do that if you get into yearbook. I did have 2 pictures. You need to put those under your downloads. Mine are currently these 2 pictures. You can open them separately, or if you hold down your control key, you can click on both of them and open. We need to repeat the same thing we did a few minutes ago. We need to drag them into our template and then close it. And then there's another one. Where'd my other one go? The one of the school. There it is. Drag that down. Drag that over to there. All right, so now I have 2 pictures of my own and 2 of the stock pictures. Of course, you can use more if you want to. The minimum is 4 pictures. And for each of these, when I click on it, it grabs the layer over here. I can now manipulate this layer. I can click OK. I can make it to where the pictures are not touching or they can be touching. This is completely up to you. You decide how these pictures go. If you do want them to overlap, like I might want to cover up that person off to the side, just drag it below another layer or the layer that's on it to hide any pictures. I think I kind of want this one touching these two pictures. It is completely up to you how you want to design this ad, but minimum of 4 pictures. There we go. Now let's work with the background. We don't want to leave it just with this checkerboard because that would print white when we turned it in, and that's just too plain. I've already showed you how to use a gradient background. So let's do that again. Layer, new layer. Okay. Click the gradient tool. If you don't see the gradient tool, you might see paint bucket, but we're choosing gradient today. Up here, you can choose the different colors. We probably want to use school colors. I'm going to go with, I could go with blue. Let's see what's under reds as well. I don't want to take away from any of my pictures. Oh, this one is kind of red and blue. So I'm going to choose that one. Click at the top left, drag to the bottom right. That's a little bit more purple than blue, but it'll do for this. And since it puts it right on top, we need to drag it below all of these layers. Just keep dragging and scrolling until it is the very bottom thing there. So everything is on top. Next, let's work with the logos. You only need 1 logo for this assignment. At the bottom, let's use our moving tool now. Click one of the logos. This is layer 5, and decide which of the 4 logos you want to work with. I think I want to work with the one with the panther and the M, which is layer 4. I need to delete the other layers, so I'm going to just click and drag that to the trash. Layer 1 is that panther, or that's layer 2. Let's get rid of that one. This is layer 4. This one is layer 5. So now I am down to 1 logo. You can make this bigger or smaller. I think I want this bigger, and I'm going to leave it in the corner. Then press check mark when you're happy with where your logo is located. Now your text currently says text layer here. We have lots of inspiration under Schoology. If you go back to the folder, it says text inspiration. It can say whatever you want it to. It doesn't have to say something from this list, but here are some ideas. Let's use access to excellence. You can retype it yourself, or you can from here highlight and copy. I just right click copy. You can also control C. And back in Photoshop, I'm going to take my text tool. I'm going to double click on the layer here. Sometimes if you triple click, or you can actually sit here and highlight, either one works. And I want to edit, paste, or replace that. How come it didn't copy? Let me go back and try that again. Maybe it's just because it's stuck on OK. Copy, Control C, back over here, paste, or Control V, or edit, paste works too. Access to excellence, I might want to make that capitalized. And with this kind of background, I don't know if the black is the best color. We're going to do some different text things here. I want you to do something creative with the text. You can change the font, the color, anything you want to that you know how to do in Photoshop. I at least want to change my font. Let's find something a lot more exciting. There we go. That one looks pretty good. I can move this wherever I want to. Actually, I kind of like it down there at the bottom. Your text does not have to go at the top. I'll make this logo smaller. That one's layer 4. Put that there. I was thinking about putting the logo at the top, but here it looks good too. And I think I have all the minimums from there. You can also change the color of your text if you want to. Right now it's black. It can be any color you want to. I think white actually looks really good for this one. You can make it bigger and smaller. Right now it's 40, maybe see 48. You can even type in your own numbers up here and then hit return and make that whatever size you need it to be. And I think I'm fairly happy with this really basic layout. So let's double check the rubric one more time. The grading rubric says I need text, any words that promote MHS. So yes, I have that. Minimum of 4 photos. I added 2 from the stock photos, and I have 2 that were mine. So I've done that. I used 1 of the logos. Do not use all 4. I picked my favorite and I deleted the other layers. Choose the background color. It can be anything. You probably want to use some school colors, red, blues, or blends. And then I believe this ad promotes the school. It uses our school colors. It's a positive message. And we have some different types of representation here. And then there is the school building. So I have people and I have things. I have sports. I have something academic. I have an award here. So I think this is more than just one thing or one group of people at the school. So this one would get 100. Turn it in as a JPEG. You go to File, Save a Copy. If you're still working on this, make sure it stays a PSD, a Photoshop document, but when you're ready to turn this in, save it as a JPEG under your downloads. You can add the word done at the end of this if you want to. Copy done, save, and OK. And that is the one you turn in on Schoology.